just about set for 3A to begin.
And the battle for lane 1 has been won by Chip Hanauer. That's going to make it interesting. The Budweiser with Vilwalk in 2, Steve David and the Freddy's Club out in 3, then Greg Hopp and the Miss Tri-Cities, Nate Brown, the Lumar Window Film, and Jerry Hale, the Tweetons RV Mart, will be on the outside. Look at Greg Hopp, good boat speed right here at the start.
And even though it's his rookie year, one thing Greg's been known for already is his aggressive starts.
Good start by the youngster in the white boat in the middle of your screen. Look off to the right now. The O'Doul's Eye in the Sky showing you a little bit of a lead. The Budweiser over the Pico. And right here is where the Budweiser really accelerates well.
Unparalleled in its turning ability coming out of the turn. And there's the Pico coming out of that turn, getting a little loose going into the back straightaway. And the Bud extends its lead. But it looks like, Steve, the Pico hanging with him, trying to gain some ground.
Most of this advantage you see right here came as the Pico got a little bit sideways, as you said, but look at him now, gaining on Vilwalk. He has the inside, and that will be an advantage in this turn. Look, he's loose. Oh, no! A terrible crash. The Pico got very, very loose just as they approached the apex of the turn, got into the Budweiser rooster tail, and where is Hanauer? Is the boat floating upside down?
It doesn't look like it's floating upside down. It actually looks like it's right side up, but we saw parts flying everywhere when it got caught up in the Bud's rooster tail. There you see Chip Hanauer and the Miss Pico in the water, and it looks like, yeah, the cockpit is open, so that's somewhat good news, but we'll have to take a look and see exactly how it ended up right side up.
Looking again, the two boats at the entrance pin, it appeared the Budweiser was leaving a lane for the Pico, but it was not a wide one, certainly. Did Hanauer get into the rooster tail before or after the flip? And this particular angle, not definitive.
No, but this is what happens, Steve, when hydroplanes get close to deck racing, as we call it, closing the gap on the Miss Budweiser, and that's what initiated this crash. And you see what a violent, spectacular crash it is. The nose of the Miss Pico actually hitting the water. I think that's how the boat ended up right side up, as we saw it before we went into these replays. Here's another look at it, a more spectacular flip you will not see, and Steve, you've seen a lot of them.
And several of them right here at this spot on this race course. Something about the way the wind comes down the river, and that may have been the entire problem. Hard to tell whether Hanauer got into that rooster tail. Hopefully, that signal from one of the rescue divers means that Hanauer is okay. Landing right side up, not always good news, Rich. We've had drivers seriously hurt that way. Some very concerned crewmen, obviously, on the dock.
That's Debbie Gregory, one of the York International crew, comforting the Miss Pico crew, and it looks like Chip Hanauer will be all right. The extent of the injuries, we'll find out when we come back. Back to the Columbia Cup, Ralph's Thunder Tour, presented by Las Vegas in Tri-Cities, Washington. Everyone concerned about Chip Hanauer. He's brought onto the shores of the Columbia River, being carted off into an ambulance for precautionary measures. Still not sure the extent of his injuries. The Miss Pico, however, it's a little more evident. It is damaged goods. It'll be tough to get it back on the water. Steve's now with Bernie Little and Dave Vilwalk.
Bernie Little, what can you tell us about your former driver? What kind of shape is he in?
Well, I talked to the doctor, and I told Chip, I said, "You're fine, Chip." And he just looks at you, you know. But yeah, the doctor said he was fine.
Dave, I know you talked to Chip, and he is hurting, but hopefully okay.
Yeah, I hope so. I just said, you know, if he needs anything, just let us know, him and his family. You know, Chip came to me in the hospital about 4 times here a couple of years ago, and I just wanted to know that, you know, if he's going to have a hospital stay, that we're there for him.
We'll certainly keep you updated on the status of Chip Hanauer.